Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is a pick a card reading, and I think you guys know that I love doing pick a card readings. Apologise if there's any background noise, but like my door keeps blowing open through the wind or whatever. So this is what is your star-seeded soul purpose or special talent? So what did you come to this earth to bring? I personally believe that everybody has a special, message or gift that was given to them by the Most High, by the Divine, and they are meant to share that with people on the earth. And I feel as though that gift also acts as like an alarm clock or an awakening bell for everybody, and it really makes you remember who you truly are, which is, a spark of the Divine, a spark of the Most High. So yeah, when using or utilizing this gift, you're always on your highest purpose or your highest life plan, and it doesn't have to be something deep and spiritual for everybody. You could be a comedian, but that is deep and spiritual, your ability to make people laugh and lift up their vibration, or whatever it is, somebody looking at your artwork and feeling so moved by it. It doesn't have to be doing readings or something like that. So I've shuffled the cards. There's quite a few cards in this as well, but I haven't obviously looked yet. I'm going to pick a pile for myself as well. So we have Celestite, which is the angelic crystal that brings higher vibrations and angels around you, as pile number 1. Again, don't watch the nails. Pile number 2, we just have some rose quartz, the love crystal, the crystal that resonates with the heart chakra. And pile number 3, we have citrine, double terminated, which is native to places in Africa, carries the energy of the sun. So let's get into it. Pick your pile and let's do it. You can also pick a pile for somebody you know. Normally I don't really suggest that, but for some reason today I just feel like saying that. So Celestite, this is somebody who may be naturally channeling higher information, higher consciousness, or have had experience with angels and stuff like that. Maybe you may feel as though you're quite protected, or there's like a benevolent force around you. You may find a lot of angel feathers, coins, or whatever sign you believe shows angels. For some of you may even be an incarnate angel, and I will talk more about that on this channel, because originally I wanted this channel to be a certain way, and then somehow I just got kind of trapped into doing readings. But I will definitely talk about a lot more of the deep information that I know and how I actually came upon it, so you guys can make your own mind up on that. Okay, so advice, something about it. Challenges, how to overcome it. Something about it, where to look at. And okay, so sorry, just reminding myself of why there's loads of cards. Oh my god. So your first card is giving and receiving. It's up to you. High Priestess. I'm just going to turn them all around so I can get a good sense of it. Interesting. This is the challenging bit, and that's the card that came up in reverse. I wasn't really going to read reversals, but I am going to read that, because that particular card coming up in reverse shows something. So giving and receiving, it's up to you. So I feel as though your natural gift, remember what I said originally just from looking at the stone, you are a channel. Like you are downloading, or you're getting downloads of like really higher dimensional consciousness. I want to say 7th dimension and above kind of energy. Even how you've got the yoga card there. You are speaking or communicating with what many would consider to be angelic beings, okay? You are a natural when I say medium, I do not use it in the term that most people do when they speak about talking to the dead. I don't believe in mediumship like that. But what a medium is a in-between. If you're a medium, you know, you want it medium, or, you know, it's a medium colour, it's in between two spectrums. And you yourself are somebody who incorporates the light and the dark. The high priestess, she sits between the two pillars. She's a neutral place, so she can channel, you know, any information without casting judgment and just seeing it and appreciating it for what it is. You yourself could be a Pisces, could be an air sign, could be absolutely any sign. And look, crown chakra as well. Yeah, you're definitely a natural medium, meaning you can tune into higher realms and realities and get downloads, or you can also tune into other places that maybe, you know, the information you get from there doesn't make you feel as good. Now, when you are channeling or something like that, a lot of people are doing it all the time, and we really don't realize it. Literally just sounds like yourself, okay? It's not a separate voice that comes into your mind. It really does sound like yourself. And especially when it's like angelic guidance, it's always very soothing, very calm. In those moments where you kind of self-talk and self-soothe, that's the angels. They're soothing you, they're talking to you. In a lot of higher dimensional places as well, they don't use their mouth to speak. It's all telepathic, so you fully get the emotions and stuff like that. So there's an inability to lie, number one. Sorry guys, I got a package in the middle of this, and I take that as meaning something for your reading. I feel like what's in that package, I don't really know, but I know I ordered it. So I feel like something's going to happen in your life very, very soon. Could leave you breathless the way I am, but it's something you signed up for before you got here. Okay, it's a package, it's a gift that's going to help you in some way, shape or form. But yeah, so there's a true inability to lie when you go to these higher dimensions, and that is where you're from, okay? So a lot of times you may have been really truthful, like naturally, you just naturally are somebody who is going to tell the truth, okay? Even if you wasn't when you was younger, that's kind of who you've become, because I feel you're in a place where you're not so judgmental. If you go too far on one spectrum or the other, and be judgmental, it will cause you to be out of sync with that natural gift that you naturally have. And you know, that's why it's up to you. This is a gift, this is a really big gift. You know, you can give information and you can receive information. So you can give the information that you channel. The high priestess, she is a channel from the divine to the people. It's really up to you. You don't have to either. It's really up to you. You could go on to write a book or something, you know, you could make your own cards, whatever it is, but it will bring a lot of abundance to you. And I was going to say, you know, Jupiter doesn't always mean money, but it's coming up with the Ace of Pentacles. So whatever it is will bring stability, new opportunities, and actual financial resources towards you. But you do come from the higher realms and dimensions. You may associate strongly with the colour blue or the colour purple. Purple is the colour of forgiveness. That is Archangel Zadkiel's colour. And blue is just pure light. Like the sky isn't actually blue, that's just how our eyes pick it up. It's actually just light. So you are a true, like, really light, high dimensional person. So I'm really happy to do this reading. So some of what I'm saying, you know, you may have had experience, but it may just like ring true with you and who you are and how you are, because I don't want to say you know it all, but you kind of do. If you just gave yourself a bit of time, tap in, you know, don't start judging anyone or anything, you will, the information that you will come across, like in the beginning of this video I was like, oh, you know, I'm going to share some of the information I know and how I know it. That will be kind of like you can tap into so much. But yeah, with Jupiter, it's like, it's so expansive, okay? So you're going to need to give yourself time to meditate and things like that. and make sure you spend a lot of time in the earth grounding yourself, because naturally your mind will carry you to other realms and realities. You could be the kind of person that when you dream, you're lucid. You'll know when you've had what I would used to describe it as is, I know when I've had a funny dream, like a dream that I don't know, I can't explain it, but it's like real, and I would just look at it as like me being an astro traveler traveling somewhere. So I feel like you're probably more than likely astro traveling. Please get grounded, because you are, it's a big amount of energy that you channel. Now the challenge with you is some of you may not want to change. You're refusing to change certain habits. Also, I want to just say, look at Jupiter in your chart and the aspects it's making, okay? Whatever house it's in, it could be in an earth house, it really doesn't have to be, but wherever Jupiter is in your chart, it's showing you a lot about your gift, okay? I also feel like, a partner, husband, somebody like that will share something similar, have a similar sort of gift or be from a similar place, okay? It usually works out like that anyway, or this person acts as a trigger for you to start doing it. Maybe you make money off of tarot readings, whatever it is, but yeah, so there's something that you need to change. Now some of you may like a drink, okay, but please guys, I don't really know how to say it any other way than what it is. What I've learned is, being like, a medium, you can tune into the highest realms and, channel all this beautiful information. But when you start doing certain things that kind of tune you into these realms, but the parts of it that you can't see with your naked eye, it doesn't bring the best information, if you know what I mean. So things like, consuming alcohol, I'm not saying you can't ever drink, that is really up to you, that's not my call to make. But smoking weed and stuff like that, a lot of people do it because they feel they need to get grounded. My mum personally used to drink every night because she is like me and she does have a gift, and she didn't like it. She didn't like having dreams and stuff like that, so she would drink to stop her having these dreams, drink to stop her transformation, drink to stop her awakening. Like, she wasn't like like a strong alcoholic and that sort of thing, but she did drink every night. I never saw her drunk or anything like that, but she did drink every night to make sure she didn't. So some of you guys may be going through something like that. You're there may be a lack of wanting to change because you don't think this is going to bring you fulfillment. But remember, this is only a 9 of cups, it's not the 10. So I think once you allow this transformation into your life and become who you truly are, then I feel you will get your 10 of cups. Now also, I say make no judgments. That's something you have to practice. It gets easier over time. But then people always say, how can you make no judgments about this and that person? Simple, because if it's not happening there and then, right in front of me, I'm not going to think about it. That doesn't mean that I don't care or anything like that. But I really do believe that certain situations and things are tests. The real currency, money, we use money, but the real actual currency that's worth anything is your energy. And whatever you think about, you give energy to. Some things I really do believe, are just set up to pull and drain energy from you. Like how the celebrities say, no publicity is bad publicity, because it's all energy, it's all attention. Do you know what I mean? So be wise about what you allow into your mind, what you think about, because some things are just unnecessary if it's not part of your world. And also like empathizing and stuff like that, I used to really believe in empathy. Now I don't, because if somebody's on a low level vibrationally, you be the example. You stay in your energy and show them how to climb up there. There's nothing you can do for them that they can't do for themselves. If you empathize, you get down on that low level with them. Now what good is that? Now they're on a low level and you're there with them, So we have to be kind and all of those things, but use your own sense, okay? Use your own logic. So you need to spend some time doing some yoga, meditation. That is really essential for you because you have such a strong, busy mind. Your mind is just, wow, okay? You get, sorry, I'm just having a drink. You just need to like recharge those batteries. And also, to get that higher, look, he's on a rock, he's an angel. To get that higher, clear-cut communication from those angelic beings, you need to quiet your own mind. Because when I first started getting all this, you know, these communications, I didn't realise, I thought I was going a bit crazy. I was like, wait, that wasn't me. Like, my mind was just quiet. Then I would just hear, that wasn't me. What? Like, no, I must be telling myself this. Why am I saying these things to myself? But no, the more I'd practice quiet in my mind, I'd actually just hear, you know, these beautiful, soothing words coming through. So crown chakra, pay attention to your ideas as they are messages of true divine guidance sent to answer your prayers. Basically what I've just said through this whole reading. And consult an expert. So you may want to work with a reader that resonates with you. Now, to pick a reader, I always say, especially you, Mr. Whoever you are full of light. You need to pick someone that focuses on light. You know those people that are like, are your ex coming back and all that. Some people do are your ex coming back readings. What they say you feel is energetically right, but it doesn't happen because they are actually high vibrational people. And if you're not in a high vibrational place, that won't happen for you. That just won't manifest in your life. They're telling you the highest possibility. So really look at the way people read situations, because you'll know. And there are a lot of readers that are kind of, you know, lower vibrational. It doesn't mean that they're any less than, that's just the vibration that they're on currently. That are very popular because there are a lot of people who are on that vibration as well. So I just would say, yeah, be mindful of that and pick a higher vibrational reader, because even though you may flick in between giving and receiving, naturally you shine, okay? You are naturally higher vibrational and there's so much of it. Like, your energy is just a lot, okay? So your mission here is to channel that information, to spread that information in whatever way that you see fit, and to also, you don't have to, you know, you don't have to spread it. It could just be talking about it to your family and friends, but I do feel like you need to communicate it in some way. I'm not saying you have to get on YouTube if you don't want to, but yeah, then there's a need to change something here, something that you're wishing on, or something that you think is bringing you happiness or will bring you happiness, but it actually won't, okay? So consult that expert, trust your own self, trust your own guidance, because you are I want to say a very strong player in the game we call life. So that is pile number 1. So pile number 2, the rose quartz. Okay, so I want to say a little love angel, little cherub. Yeah, you may have a strong message of love. You may have a strong message of just something from the heart, like the heart chakra strengthening. And that always puts you in alignment with who you truly are, the heart chakra. So let's see your cards. Oh, you've got throat chakra. These two are the, yeah. There could be a specific love relationship. Now, it does not have to be romantic. Please understand that. I didn't do an extra card for you. That's a bit weird, but we're going to go with that. Maybe you didn't need it. That's why. Yeah. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could, you know, be with a child. It could be your love of nature, but it is very important to you and your message. So I feel as though you're green fingered, definitely. Whether you use or utilize that or not, you may be somebody that would really benefit from growing their own food as well. I feel like even if you're not exactly where you want not where you want to be, but you don't feel like you're where you're meant to be, it will really happen in the perfect timing. I do feel like your gift is with children. I feel like for a lot of you, I want to say it could even be, you know, working with the kids that people have forgotten about, teaching them something. It doesn't have to be, you know, literally a teacher with books and stuff, but there are many forms of teachers. You could even work in a church or a religious kind of, you know, whatever organisation or building or something like that. Even if you yourself are not religious, you may actually still work in a church. I feel you could also be wanting to do matchmaking, maybe for widowers, or, you know, people that have, I just get this sense of people that have feel left out, people that have been forgotten about, people that are almost giving up. It's like you come back in and revive something within them. Some of you could literally be doctors and nurses, but I'm not getting that very strongly, if I'm honest. I just feel, I feel like working with the earth, maybe teaching young people to grow their own food, or just something like that is really, it may not be something you're doing now as well, because for a lot of you, I don't think this has happened yet or activated. I feel like, you know, when it may activate, when you go through a period of this, of a period of feeling alone, of a period of maybe, you know, not being where you want to be financially, and then it's like you call out for help and it's like, hey, remember who you are, and things just get activated within you. I feel like you are a younger soul, so you could have blue eyes. You don't have to, but I find that a lot of younger souls, or it's not really that they're younger, but it's hard to explain right now. They are younger in one way, but since time doesn't really exist, there's also a brown-eyed version of them, which is the older version, but it's time doesn't exist, so no one's really younger or older. It's a lot to get into here. But if you do have you could have blue eyes, but you could also have brown, any colour really. I feel as though you've been out of sync with yourself for a little while. You need to start listening to your inner child. Your inner child wants to grow, learn and play, and I feel like for a lot of you it's about dating. You want to date and get out there. Your inner child does anyway, and I don't think your inner child wants to take things seriously either. You know, they just want to meet, and your inner child just wants to meet new people and learn new things. Oh, you like that? Oh, this is what you're about. Okay, your favourite colour. Like, even if it's just silly little things like that. Oh, that's how you make a margarita, or whatever it so happens to be. Oh my gosh, is it raining? And also like being out in the rain may be really grounding and really good for you, because it's like you almost believe you're an older person who's experienced all this stuff, and it's like lack. Even if you are an older person, that's who you really are. You may look this way, and you know, her angel wings are behind her, almost like she doesn't even realise that she's an angel. So again, you could be incarnate angel, but I believe that everybody who is starseed is incarnate angel as well. Again, I will make more videos and explain why I think that and what that actually is, because a lot of people were like, angel, that's blasphemous. Angel simply means messenger, messenger of the divine. That is what the word actually means, okay? And the page is always known to bring a message. So, messenger of the divine, it's earth. So, you know, you have a message to bring in regards to I want to say giving second chances in love as well. It's weird. I just keep getting that, especially with the Jupiter return, bringing back that husband kind of figure back around, or wife figure or whatever. Giving yourself a second go at that Jupiter energy, that pure luck, allowing yourself to be lucky. But yeah, I feel like you've got a message, and it could be to deliver it to a lot of men or women, but yeah, so this could be a lot of things. You could be working with young people, you could be in particular working with young men, because yes, women, listen, I'm the first one to tell you that women, we go through so much, but I do feel like a lot of times young men completely get forgotten about. And the gender roles, and they're meant to learn how to be a man, and then there's no one really there, you know. Even if there's men around, sometimes they're not the greatest role models either. So yeah, I don't know, but I feel like you are meant to deliver a message of some sort to people that are down and out, and it's almost like not to be empathic, but you're going to go through something yourself so you can understand how to teach and cultivate these people. Okay, so your challenge is healing your home life. It may be healing a relationship with, you know, a partner that you've had children with possibly, or even if you're younger and, you know, you haven't had a serious relationship, maybe your mum and dad. Not necessarily healing that relationship, because that's not really on you, but I get that you're kind of a mender. I don't know how to say it. It's that you're teaching people how to allow themselves a second chance, whatever stage of life they may be in, whether they're a baby, an older person, a young person, or, you know, it's like you're allowing them, but healing yourself from what went on in your family home, healing yourself from a relationship that you may have invested in. And also, whatever you're learning or studying, especially in the next 5 months, I hope you can't hear that rain, it's really loud. Well, I don't actually, because it's quite soothing, quite like it. Or even the next 10 months, I feel like not only is it going to pay off for you financially, it's going to bring about healing. But the challenge is, don't always follow where the money is. Because for some of you, again, did I say you guys could be doctors? And then I said, I don't really know why. Some of you could be going down the path of being a healer or a doctor because your family want you to. But that ain't who you are. You're meant to work with people that have been forgotten about. Could be, you know, elderly or something like that. Right, that's meant to be, okay. But I feel as though whatever it is, when you hit on this, look, I put them out wrong. This was meant to be with that, and that was meant to be with that, but I read it like that, so I'm gonna take it. I feel like once you do whatever it is up here, I still go with, you know, people maybe saying, do this, and that may not be your purpose, that may not be your gift, that may not be your soul's urge or what your soul's calling you to do. When you do whatever this is, it will actually bring you money and bring you like a steady kind of strong home life, relationship, something like that. Okay, so healing, again, you know, if you're being pushed in one direction, that may not be the best direction for you being a healer, be it in medicine or, you know, tarot or whatever it is that you do, because you haven't quite healed yourself. Okay, these blue things on this card, this is actually pieces of your it's gonna sound strange, but these are actually pieces of your soul. When I really started getting into certain practices, I always see these. Like, I always see these, and I got some information that said that actually that's your soul fractals trying to tune all your energy bodies to the same place at the same time. So what a strong message for you is, stop looking in the past if that's what you're doing, or stop worrying about the future. Look, he's not even facing ahead, he's looking either to the future, I'd say that's more future, and trying to run away or turn away from the past. It is what it is. What happened, happened. There's nothing you can do about it now. You may understand that trying to figure out why it happened is just digging at a deeper wound. But accept it, and then release. You can't just try and like, oh, I'm not going to deal with that, and look to the future. Obviously, everybody deals with things in their own way. But I think at the perfect time, you will be ready to heal whatever that is. whatever that wound is for you. And it will come maybe after a period of you not being in great health and having to have bed rest, or having a period where you just couldn't really do anything, couldn't really make any moves, and so you had to kind of be silent and just feel a little bit trapped, and then you get this big enlightenment. So after this big enlightenment where he's hanging, then you're going to be flying. So you're flying high right now, which may threaten others, but don't descend, because others will soon become inspired by your example. So I think I said this in number 1's pile, but I said empathy. Don't do it. Don't empathize with nobody, okay? You may have to go through something to understand what it's like, but not to have empathy with people, because when you have empathy with people, they come and they tell you their story, you're like, yeah, that's terrible, and you start to validate it, you start to empathize with them and that sort of thing. Now, a normal person who's kind feels, yeah, that's what you should do, that's horrible to not do that. But if your vibration is way up here and this person's coming with their vibration down there, every time you validate it and you encourage them to keep talking about it, you go, ooh, 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 ooh. Eventually you're all the way down here with them. You're now on a low vibration as well. You stay up here, you set an example, okay? That's terrible. I'm so sorry that's happened to you. This is how I deal with things. Well, I'm not the best person at explaining things. I'm a Leo. I always sound like I'm going on about myself. My Mercury is also in Leo, so. But you know, this is how I deal with things. Or you could change the subject, or do you know what I mean? It's not that you're not acknowledging what they've been through. But I also want to say for family members as well. You're coming out of whatever this is, especially if you was born into this, you was born to a mother figure in particular that had a very negative view of life. You've come out of that. So hold your position, because the people around you will have no choice but to vibrate higher. Okay? They will. It won't happen instantly. They won't go from, you know, talking, they might, but for a lot of you it's not going to happen like that, but they will start to vibrate higher. So the angels are lovingly helping. The angels are helping you lovingly speak your truth. Again, if you are being pushed in a direction that you don't feel is right for you, then, you know, speak on it. If to acknowledge, you know, whatever it is that needs healing in your life, you need to maybe not necessarily say it to the person, because what I find when you say it to the person, you get a back and forth rapport. You keep digging at the wound, at the scab, and it just goes on, so it doesn't turn into healing. Maybe you need to speak out loud. Yes, I accept that this far I've believed in an abundance mindset. Yes, this far I've believed that good things can't happen to people like me, but now I give myself permission to believe the opposite. Now I give myself permission to believe that good things happen to people like me every single day. I give myself permission to, you could do like mirror work as well, like looking in the mirror in your own eyes and stating things like that, because you're not running from what you believe. There's no point saying, oh, I don't believe in da-da-da, when you know that you do. You're just reinforcing it. You know, accept it. I give myself permission to be abundant, you know. So and it's interesting that I say that, because you know what, I've been doing mirror work and one of my mirror work, I always think about Oprah Winfrey. I want to cultivate the energy of Oprah Winfrey. She's one of the most loved and the most wealthy people. It's all about energy, honey. She gets energy from loads of places and she just changes it up and switches it up. So also going to make a video on that. No, I really am going to sort out this channel. I'm not joking, because I've got so many videos, so many ideas that I want to put out there. And that could be you as well. And it's like you just can't really do anything with them at the moment. But you will. You'll be speaking on it. You'll be teaching. You'll be learning. And lastly, you've got, yes, your intuition is correct. Take action accordingly. That is your purpose. I feel like for a lot of you, you'll kind of know what I'm talking about. The first thing that pops into your mind is usually it, if you're not sure, because you know when we start overthinking, we're like, oh, I don't know. But yeah, so that is you, pile number 2. I would say that you've been on the earth quite a few times. You could be an earth sign, especially Taurus. I feel as though you need to speak more things into existence as well. Yeah, I wanted to say in the beginning elemental, like fairy links, okay? So you could be some sort of elemental starseed who originally had a lifetime here as an elemental, as a fairy, connected to earth, connected to nature. This may sound crazy, but you know, I've seen and experienced some things. It's weird, but and I don't know, you incarnated as a human, and maybe your love for the earth. Please try and recycle a bit more or something like that, and make sure you know, get back in touch with the earth, because I just feel as though even though you've been on it for a while, your true connection with it may not be where it's meant to be, or where it's meant to be. I don't feel like that's the right word. What you naturally are, like I feel like you are naturally very connected, almost like a protector of the earth. I don't know how to explain it other than that, but yeah. So pile number 3, Citrine, people of the sun. You could have some African connections. You could have tan skin. You don't have to though, but you may love a good tan either way. Yeah, this is somebody who could be using red light therapy, really random, infrared red light therapy, or just red light therapy. This could be very, very good for you, even if you're not using it, for pain, for healing, for just rejuvenation and energy, and even weight loss. But I feel as though whoever you are, you naturally, sorry, this video got long, you naturally channel the energy of the sun. But also the sun is a star, and all stars have black holes in them. And what are black holes? They're portals, okay? So you, starseed, may have came through the sun. Again, I'm just speaking my truth. You know, I am being who I am, and I'm not going to let what I think other people, maybe this is your message as well, and what other people want to see or anything like that stop me from being who I am and my truth. So yeah, the chances are you probably did come through the portal that is the sun. This means you came from somewhere very, very high, okay? You came from a very high place, because not a lot of things can make it through the sun. There's no physicality. You have to literally have a light body, and the beings that come through the sun have light bodies, and when I say light bodies, they look like a reflection of all light, okay? And they're just like really slender as well. So if you have put on any weight, please check out the red light therapy. Obviously I'm not, you know, fat shaming or anything like that, but especially for people like you, when you're carrying extra weight, that's lowering your vibration. It kind of lowers everyone's, if I'm being honest. There's research on cognitive stuff that happens and all that, but you're really out of sync with who you are, because those beings are naturally very slender. They have like a little bit of muscle, but they're very, very slender, because they just, you know, eat to stay alive. Food isn't your friend. Food has no emotional benefit for anybody, okay? And that's the truth of it. I think I've had to change my relationship with food, and learn different things about it. It is just to keep you alive and nourish you. And obviously the sun keeps everything alive. Without the sun, there is no nourishment, there is no life. So this could also speak on you feeling, life purpose, that's what I was going to say. You feeling like you don't know what your purpose is, or feeling like you came here for a big reason. Like the people that made it through the sun, not everyone will have a memory of it, but these are the people that really have a feeling within them that they're here to do something. Like they're sure, they just don't know what it is. They are sure that they're here to do something. So maybe having a mundane kind of life, you know, 9 to 5, not really doing a lot, can really whittle you down. because you know that you're here to do something. So let's look at this life purpose card. The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus upon serving your purpose. Then your purpose will serve you. What that basically says to me is, I know it sounds so like, yeah, follow your bliss. But yeah, kind of follow your bliss. Again, this is the sun, so you guys could be Leos. Definitely could be a Leo. Even pile number 2 could be Leos. But this is also Leo season, so you know. But you guys could be Leos, and the opposite to Leo is Aquarius. Leo does it for the attention. Aquarius does it for the love. Leos love the attention, but Aquarius gets the attention because it loves what it does. So this means you need to fall in love with the process. It may be really boring, you know, very mundane, having a 9 to 5 and whatever. Find a 9 to 5 that you can just about stand, or something that you do enjoy in some way, shape or form, and then fall in love with the process of it. You may have came through the sun and you may be here for a big purpose, but you was also meant to learn how to love being a human being, you know, love the process of life. It's also fleeting as well, you know. We're here today, not to be like morbid or anything, but here today, gone tomorrow. Yesterday, I swear I was 18 and now I'm 29. And I'm like, what? Where did 11 years go? Like, do you know what I mean? So enjoy every day. I'm not saying live every day like it's your last, but yeah, you could, but I don't feel that's the message. I feel like love the process of being human, I swear. But yeah, abundance. So as you do that, okay, as you love the process of being human and serving a purpose, because let's face it, you've got a big purpose. Not only do you have a big purpose, but it's so expansive that you can do anything. That's why you may be like, I'm here to do something, but I don't know what it is. You can do anything, but you need to fall in love with it. Or you need to be you need to be in love with the process of that, and that is what's going to bring you the abundance, okay? Manifesting trick, if you love it, it will love you back, trust me. Okay, so Knight of Ariel and 8 of Gabriel. What did I just say? Fall in love with the process. So this knight doesn't go rushing in. Okay, he takes his time, he evaluates it, he plants seeds, he nurtures them, he looks after them, plant seeds on the earth. Some of you, I'm going to say it, go forth and prosper. Wait, what is it? Is it go forth and prosper, multiply and prosper, or whatever? You're meant to have kids. You're dropping more star seeds on the earth. That is part of your DNA, like your heritage is going to... You see this woman here planting the seed, male and female, they're obviously, you know, kind of need to work together to make a baby or whatever, but yeah, the seed's been planted in fertile soil, and it's like this person, that's his friend from wherever they came from, is going to incarnate back through him. Okay, that may sound a little deep, a little crazy to some of you, but that's pretty much what I know to be true and what I believe, and this is what this card is telling me. So yeah, but the more you fall in love with the process of life and everything like that, the more you're making it easier for the starseeds that are going to come after you, because you're all here raising the earth's vibration, raising the energy of the people around you. If you vibrate high at a high level, the people around you have no choice to either vibrate at that level. Eventually they get raised up. It's like a ripple, you know, it just slowly affects everything around you. It goes out and out and out, and you're here planting more seeds. You're setting the stage for other starseeds to come in. And I feel like you guys have done this on other planets as well. I feel like this isn't your first rodeo. You've done this before. So when you came through, it's like, I know I've got a big mission. But here on the earth, we say, you know, I've got a purpose. My purpose is to be a doctor. I've got purpose. My purpose is to be a lawyer. We associate your purpose, your life purpose, with your career. No, your life purpose is to sow the seeds of change, to bring in change. So if you're struggling with that, please don't, because you're on it, you're doing it. Okay, it brings abundance to you. Love what you do, and it will love you back, and it will sow those seeds, because it's like your energy, your joy is so infectious. It is so infectious, you cannot help it. So you need to stay in that state. You need to find something to be grateful for, or be happy about, be joyous about. Also, this shows that your people you know, from your place, your planet, your higher dimension, these angelic type beings, okay, angel simply means messenger, you are a messenger here, they watch out for you, they do look out for you. You're the kind of person, you may not be rich, I'm getting that you're not rich, but somehow, some way, shape or form, you never go without. You'll always find a way. Something will always kind of magically come up for you, because your you know, your kin are looking out for you. So you have to slowly but surely make that move, make that progress. And what I said about, you know, falling in love with it, not only benefits you and allows you to bring in more of yourself, more of your people, but honestly, DNA really is a sliding scale. I know this. I obviously have no scientific proof of it, but sometimes, I swear, from a little girl, I'd read things and be like, scientists have just discovered, and I'd think, what do you mean they've just discovered that? How can they not know that? Like, just really simple things. It's just like, what? How can you guys not know that? A good example is my sister had a basically, she had this, I don't know what it's called, but it's like a rare kind of infection in her sinuses, and her sinuses are back to front. And in the end, they had to kind of drill a hole in her skull, and it was very crazy how it all happened. She nearly died, and all that sort of thing. And it was very, very rare that ever happens. And the same thing happened to her daughter after she had her. Obviously, they didn't have to drill a hole, because my sister noticed the signs because of what she had been through. She was like, no, something's wrong with my baby. And they was like, oh, she's got such and such. She was like, but I had that, is it hereditary? They was like, no, this is not hereditary at all, it's just something that kind of happens. But my sister was like, what? And no, they didn't say it's not hereditary. They said, no, it's not hereditary, because otherwise your other children would have had it. But my sister was like, what? You always say that to me, Chloe, that once you activate part of your DNA, it's there. So that's why I say it's a sliding scale. Once you activate that highest part of your DNA, any children you have after that can access that. If you're not in your highest part of your DNA, if you're very, very, you know, earthly, stay grounded, but remember who and what you are, then that's all they'll have access to. So because that part of her DNA had been accessed, and then she then went on to have another baby, that baby was born with that part of the DNA activated and ready to go. So yeah, that's what I'm saying basically. So yeah. Okay, so 7th house partners, working with others. Remember I said they make a little baby. So your destiny isn't to be alone, okay? I feel for you. No, I'm joking. Yeah, this part's very interesting to me. You could be a Virgo, could be a Scorpio, could be a Libra, could be absolutely any sign, or could be, you know, dealing or dating with somebody like that. But your destiny is to partner up with somebody and plant seeds. Somebody, this person, remember I said if you vibrate here, people are going to vibrate on that level. The people that you attract in will be on a high vibration like you. Stay high, stay grounded, but stay high. I ain't talking about drugs. And you are attracting a partner that can light their way with you. The Hermit's all about doing it inside and being by yourself. This is outside. You can light the way outside, and lead a path for the other starseeds to follow. Now, 2nd house owning, you have some sort of issue. Your previous partner, it may felt like they were trying to own you or control you. You may have some issues with what's mine's mine. mine, or you don't want to belong to somebody else. You're not belonging to anyone. You each walk your paths of life. You can walk them together, but you can't walk in front of each other, you know. Your paths can join up or they don't. Nobody owns you. If somebody decides to spend some of their time with you and walk their life with you for a bit or forever or for whatever, for the rest of their life, thank you, that's a blessing. They don't own you. So yeah, you may have an issue with not being able to really call anything yours. Again, strong kind of Taurus energy here, and Scorpio is the opposite. So you may make quick judgments on people as well. That may be your issue. Okay, that may be a little bit of an obstacle. I'm trying to just be quick now, sorry guys, because my battery's going to run out. Maybe a little bit of an obstacle for you. So emotional healing. So this lets me know that you are a very sensitive person, and it's like you want to give to people. You really want to invest in something or someone, or want someone to invest in you. Yeah, but maybe somebody from the past as well, and maybe it's not that person. Your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and mind. Let go of that person who hurt you in the past, okay? That was their purpose, as was yours, because you've got back to meet a beautiful soulmate. Stay optimistic, because your Mrs. Right, Mr. Right is coming. The miracle's happening now. With the Eight of Gabriel here, that was meant to be up there. Oh, I'm so sorry, but I feel like you're going to get a message from pile number 2. No, remember I said you can pick about somebody, so the person that you've picked for may be pile number 2 or whatever, but you're going to get a message from someone who has strong links to the earth, is very earthly, but they're hard to figure out. This person may like to play little tricks, because fairies do that sometimes, and sometimes this is my card for not quite the truth, okay? But I get this card a lot, and I always wonder, just like, what is this trying to tell me? It's so weird, just for like my own personal reads, that the way she looks, her eyes are just so like, But yeah, maybe you're meant to protect the fairy. The fairy protects the earth and you protect the fairy, or something like that. You have big wings. Maybe you're just a bigger version of that energy or whatever. But yeah, activism or something like that, okay? Just do your recycling, guys. But your life purpose does involve helping Mother Nature, and I feel for a lot of you it could be about being a mother or being a father as well, because I do think you're setting the stage for your people, for your kin. And this pile 2 energy over here, because it's even in the frame, could very well be your kin. You could have had a lifetime with them, or I don't know, but however it connects up, you connect the dots. So I do feel as though, some advice for you: stop moving so slow. You may move very, very slow, and be very cautious, because you don't trust, and you always think there's something there that, you know, is untrustworthy because somebody hurt you before and that sort of thing. Times are ticking. Let's get going. We want to see some results. I don't know what my life purpose is. I'm not going to do anything. I just don't know. I'm going to think about, I'm going to go into deep contemplation, hermit mode by myself and think about it. No, okay? You got to get out there. You got to be around other people. This coming up, right, you're not meant to be alone. You are meant to partner up with people, whether it be for romance, through friendship, whatever. Yeah, some things here you can lie. People can lie here. That is the thing. That was something that I had a hard time getting to terms with when I was a child, and then as an adult I started having like my starseed regressions, just not doing anything, not going to have past life regressions or anything like that. I just have them, and I'd be like, that makes so much sense why I had such an issue with lying, because where I came from there was no lies. You couldn't lie. So that fairy energy, that tricks the energy for me, has been a little bit hard to work with. But yeah, like, you know, you guys just allow yourself to feel the emotion and let it pass. but just get your socks on. There may be a need to communicate. You guys could be working through the internet or something like that. Even traveling overseas, you may meet your partner overseas. They could be from a different background, or partner up with somebody online overseas or whatever. But yeah, nobody owns you and you don't own anybody. I just feel strongly that somebody did hurt you guys and they did tell you some untruths, and that person could have been a fairy. They could be an elemental, okay? But that's just their nature. They like to play, they like to have fun. Down here you can trick people, okay? So why have that experience? You know, that's there for them to experience, that's there for them to do. So yeah, stay optimistic about, you know, your whole life, every area of your life, because I feel like things are about to happen for you very, very quickly. You are about to meet somebody. For a lot of you, you are single at the moment. You're about to meet somebody who is going to just help you heal and help you tap into this fairy kind of energy. So please look at pile 2, number 3. So I feel like the person that I think I said that to pile 3 as well. The person that you're about to meet may be pile 2. Yeah, just as your obstacles or your energies that you need to work through, just don't be so bullheaded or no, I believe what I believe and I'm right, and you're going to make a snap decision. But I get that it's just out of not wanting to be hurt, okay? Not wanting to be tricked, not wanting to be deceived, because you do want to invest. So it looks like you're going to partner up. You're going to make some babies, bring in some star seeds, and just fall in love with the process of life. As well, like the fairy, the elemental, they love the earth. They've been here a couple times. Like if you look at pile number 2, they love the earth. They know what it's about here. It's almost like, you know, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a film, but you know, watching a really posh woman pick her way through the streets, like, oh, I really don't want to be here. Or like going to Primark, someone who's used to Armani, going to Primark and being like, oh, I really don't want to be in Primark, it's the worst. Whereas other people there are like, yeah, we love Primark. It's that kind of energy. You came to the earth, but you're kind of a little bit of a snob, because you know that you came from such a high place, and people around you will look at you like, who do you think you are? Well, I'm not even saying that you're snobbish in that way, that you'll wear designer and, you know, only that kind of thing. There's a level of spiritual snobbery in you. Yeah, so this person's going to help you get a bit more down to earth and integrate that earthly energy. You came here for a reason. You are having a physical experience right now. So yeah, so thank you so much for watching, guys. Leave your comments down below. I love reading your beautiful comments. Tell me what you think about these reads and like what kind of subjects you want to know about, like some of the things that I've touched on maybe or whatever. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Bye.